This subject keeps getting me in trouble, but I got to read on it. It's a hot topic. We're talking about the Ukraine war. Be right back. So, just to get you up to speed, last week, Zelensky blew up a bunch of Russian helicopters. This week, Putin blew up a bunch of Ukraine with drones. And now Volodymyr is saying that Putin doesn't have long to live. All of a sudden, Putin's car blew up, and now Putin is bringing in 160,000 fresh troops. So what in the holy hell is going on here? Thank you for watching. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. I am playing with my hair because it was in my face. I'm sorry, guys. It is workout day, so I'm in my workout clothes. My hair is a little lumpy. So let's get a baseline on both of these gentlemen. Volodymyr took back what he said about Vladimir. And he said, well, I'm younger than him, so I'm going to outlive him. But then a car blew up. So go figure. There's rumors that Putin is not well, has cancer, has dementia, has this, has that, has another thing. Let's just see what's going on with these two guys. Again, I'm going to say it for the people in the back because they get accused of this all the time for what the cards say. I'm not a Putin fan. I'm just reading the cards, kids, okay? Я говорю по-русски, but that does not mean that I am a Putin fan, okay? So let's go. I'm going to bring up the card view. Before I do that, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys would like to go on a magical journey for a very small amount of money, I am doing a group guided meditation for going to visit the lost city of Atlanta. So it's happening on Friday. It's going to be really fun. It's a group. So we're going to do it on Zoom, and then we'll all have a discussion about what we saw after. I'm going to be your meditation tour guide. I think I'm going to do these once a month. We'll see how everybody likes this first one. But we could go to the center of the earth. We could go to Lemuria in the next one. We could go to all kinds of cool places. So let me know if you want. There's a link down below in my appointment scheduler, and I've got lots of other new offerings for this month. I am going to be missing for part of the month because I'm going to be out at World Championships with my son, but I may be doing readings from out there too. So I'm going to be in an amazing place. So let's get going. I'm going to bring up that card view. Thanks so much for being here. Welcome to all the new subs. I hope you guys are enjoying this content and having a great time. So let's start with getting a baseline on both of these gentlemen. Let's see how Volodymyr is doing first. That is Zelensky. We're going to look at Zelensky. So easy Celtic cross here. And he is balancing himself, and he is trying to do a PR push. He's trying to correct any of the missteps that he's had, correct his opinion. King of Pentacles, look at that. This, I think, is definitely a regret over here, and it's a bit much. This is a little troubling. So right in the middle, he's trying to balance the campaign of persevering in this war with Russia with being a good, I'm going to say general, being the good guy at the top of the military, the top of his armed forces. So he's trying to really balance that. It's really hard. There's a lot of losses. There has been attrition. There have been troops that have left and have told stories on both sides, on the Russian side and the Ukrainian side. Here, it's really a charm offensive that he is doing in the press. So we're going to see a softer, more likable Volodymyr Zelensky. He was still wearing the sweater, but it was a different sweater. I think that we're going to see something different. Nothing like that Vogue spread that he did with his wife. I think we're going to see something a little bit different, maybe a white t-shirt, maybe a little bit more casual, not at the front lines and not, being in a glossy magazine. Over here, I do think he regrets the aggressive speaking that he has been doing because he seems like kind of a warmonger. I think he regrets some of the tactics that he used to try and get his way across. Does this mean that I disagree with him looking for funding, looking for support from other countries? No, I don't. But I think that he realizes now that he would have garnered more support if there was a softer, easier touch that he had used. Over here, up here, we're going to go up here first. King of Pentacles, he is still fighting for his land. He is still fighting to keep that land. That is the face he is putting up front. However, down here and here, these are problems. In his heart, I think he knows that there's not success. I think he really is doing the calculus on this, and he realizes that without US support, he's not going to get any of that. Without US support, he is not going to win this crisis the way that he wants to. In an article by, I just took some notes, guys. There was an article that I read today by Simon Schuster, not to be confused with Simon Schuster. But there's a room in his state house that has a bed, and he doesn't like the big pomp and circumstance room with all the gold and crazy old furniture. There's this little room back there, and he had 3 portraits that he chose for the room, and I can link the article in this video. One was a picture of a Russian warship sinking. One was a portrait of Ukrainians fighting on Russian territory, and one was a picture of the Kremlin in flames. So this is really an individual who is looking to vanquish their enemy, not seek a peace deal where they lose part of what they were fighting for. He's really looking to conquer Vladimir Putin. And I think that that is a dream that is not really realizable without starting World War III. So noble effort, noble effort. So let's look at Putin. Let's look at Putin. How is Pootie doing? And just so you guys know, the reason why I call him Pootie is because when Alicia Wicker and I were doing a lot of readings on him, we couldn't say Putin on YouTube. Our videos would get buried. So that's why we were calling him Pootie. Judgment in reverse and work in reverse, 8 of Pentacles. Underneath, 3 of Cups in reverse. Up top, there we have the 9 of Cups in reverse, Lovers in the past. And we have the 9 of Swords in reverse in his future position. So what do we have here? We have a leader that is not looking at other options. He knows that he's got Zelensky on his back foot. He knows he doesn't have support from the United States. He has limited support from Europe, the United Kingdom. They're going to have to take a bold step and put their own citizens on the front line in order to make any kind of dent in what Putin has already accomplished there. So he is, even though we have this 160,000 new individuals that he wants to, they're not conscripted, but they are getting enlisted. So is it conscription? Maybe, I don't know. We don't know what's happening over there, but I don't think he intends to deploy that. He's not willing to really negotiate any further than he already has. He's already said, I will negotiate. I will meet you. He has already talked to President Trump, who has now talked to the leader of Finland. And I said in a few readings before that I think they're going to get a neutral party from one of the Nordic states to come in and mediate instead of Trump because he is too hot right now. Oh, I just bit my tongue. Trump is too hot. I don't mean he's hot. I mean, he's too hot politically. A lot of anxiety has come off him. He knows that he's got it in the bag. Up here, Nine of Cups. He also, this is what he wants. He has the territories that he wants, the ones that they're going to negotiate. He doesn't care about. Down here, he is not celebrating because he really did want a little bit more. He wants that empire back. So that's what's going on. That's his disposition. So how did Pootie feel after his helicopters got blown up? I am not sleeping anymore. And now we are unleashed, unsheathed, unleashed. And here he really is standing in a very firm place. Apparently tactically, I haven't looked at the maps. I don't know. I'm not, Art of War or anything like that. But he's standing in a place that is very, very stable for himself. The nines, remember, nines are completion. 10 as we move on to the next thing. Putin's mission is accomplished. So how did Zelensky feel when those drones came on over? Defeated. And there was something very special that he lost there. I don't know if that was the area that they were holding. There was something very special about that area. That was a loss. That was a loss to him. Did the fascination attempt? Did Putin's fascination attempt come from Ukraine, or did it come from within Russia? From Ukraine or from Russia? Which one you want me to pick? From Ukraine? Yes. Not from Russia. Not from Russia. No. So, is Zelensky trying to back out of the mineral deal with Donald Trump? Trying to back out of that. Not anymore. So now he wants to make sure that he does it. So will we see a more contrite and cooperative Zelensky? Oof. No, I don't think we will. He's going to continue to fight, guys. He's going to continue to fight. What is the result of this? Yikes. What is the result of this? He is not going to have help. I don't think Putin is very cat-like in this situation. I don't think he's going to come in and boom, we're going to do this. He's going to keep batting the mouse around, moving the mouse back. My fear is that if Zelensky does not come to the negotiating table, that his prediction that Russia is going to plow right through Ukraine is correct. I think if he negotiates now, the line stops. I think if he continues to fight, he's going to be battered back further and further and further by a press of Russian forces. That is my prediction. Will that happen? Not necessarily, because we have free will here. I think really this war hinges on whether Volodymyr is going to come to the negotiating table and let this war end. So that is what I see. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Well, I mean, it's not really an enjoyable reading, but I hope you found this insightful. Let me know what you think down below. I do understand that, and this is why sometimes I'm called a Putin sympathizer. I do understand that his country was invaded, that Zelensky's country was invaded. I understand that. I also understand that sometimes you have to realize that there's nothing left. There's no gas in the tank. And right now he has no gas in the tank. And he's asking for gas from other countries, namely the United States, which will spark a world war where now we do have nuclear bombs detonating in various places. I think Trump said it best when he said, I can't side with you and then call him up and say, Vlad, let's make a deal. I think that is fair enough. Trump said, I want people to stop dying. And I think that is the truest statement that could be said about this situation. So I'm not siding with either. I'm just reading the energy, guys. So let me know what you think. I will be back later. And again, like I said, if you want to go on a little adventure with us, we're doing it Friday, 3 and 5 o'clock. But I think the 5 o'clock has already filled up. So would love to see some of you there. So it's a really inexpensive, fun little journey we'll go on for Friday afternoon. So thank you so much. I will see you guys in the future.